Hello, everybody. My name is Jeremy, and today we're going to be looking at a weird little friend called the Chord Cat. It is from Alpha Theta, which is Pioneer, essentially. The people that made the Torres and obviously make all the CDJs and stuff like that, DJ gear. This is a Groovebox. Everything you're hearing is coming out of it. Its claim to fame is that it works with chords. There's a lot of chord generators being shipped out these days, like Tame Impala has one. But this one, I don't know, it just seemed weirder to me, more interesting. And I wanted to buy it and show it off to you if it was worth anything. And I think it actually is. I think it's a little pricey for what it is, but it's still really interesting. And it's unique, and I thought it might make good content. I mean, listen to this demo. It's giving. So like I said, it's a Groovebox, and we're going to make a beat with it so I can show you how it works. And then I'm going to show you how you can integrate it with software like your DAW and also with hardware, because I think it might be very interesting to integrate with something like the Digitone. All right, let's get started. Menu, project, create new, project 0. Okay. It is USB powered, by the way, which kind of sucks. If I plug it directly into my hub for my powered hub for my computer, I get USB noise. Right now it's plugged into a different circuit. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm not a huge fan of USB power in general. Hey, editing Jeremy here. I forgot to mention early in the video that it runs on batteries as well. So USB power and batteries. And also I got USB ground noise when I used it in one context, and then I didn't in another context. So I'm not sure what changed between those two things, but I just wanted to let you know. All right. Back to the video. So we have 8 tracks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including, you can put drums on anything, but they have drums in here. If you want to start, you probably want to pick a sound. And if you hit sound, we'll be able to audition sounds. We have 2 banks of keys. We have leads. I really like the snooze lead. It's just cute to me. Pads. Guitar and pluck. Mallets and bells. Brass. And winds. And then effects. Blah, 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 blah. That's a cool sound. I like that one. Okay, so we have our sound. If I exit out of sound there, you can hear that I can play the keyboard, and with the chord button on, it's going to play chords. By default, it plays triads off of each root note that you play in a scale. Now you can set a scale. So as soon as we pick our chord set, I will do that. So how do you pick a chord set? Well, there's a couple ways you can do that too. So I'm going to hit the shift arrow and go to chord set. And now we can select from different chord sets. So here's minor. That's what we were in. Major. 7th. Minor 7th. Major 7th. And now we get into some customized stock chord sets, which are actually pretty okay. Before I continue to do this, I'm going to go ahead and edit the sound. That is done in character here. And I'm just going to go ahead and reduce the release. We'll get more into that in a bit. So I need to go back into chord set. I don't know. I think it's pretty fun. Let's start off with major 7th. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. We can use what's called the cruiser mode to build more interesting chord progressions. And this is like a chord suggestion engine, which is really neat. So got our first chord there. Obviously, these are all the chromatic major 7ths from the scale. Turn on cruiser mode. Press our first scale. Now we can pick from the next cruised chord we want. Now it says, okay, here's the next set of chords you could pick from as examples. So We're getting kind of new jazz. I like it. So that's fine. I'll go back to chord mode. These ones right here, I'm just going to go ahead and delete these so we don't have to worry about thinking about them. So we have a little chord bank now. Let's go ahead and sequence this. I'm going to turn on the metronome by hitting up here. We hit play. There is our speed. I'm going to want to bump that speed up, or the tempo, so I'm going to hit beep. Something like that, you know. Now, here is how long our thing is, how long our a number of patterns we have. Right now, it's just 1. So before we start recording, we're going to go, let's make it 8. Let's make it a full 8 bars. That's a full musical phrase right there. Now I'm going to hold down record and hit play, and that's going to prime us to be able to record. So. A little wonky, but whatever. It has a vibe. Why don't we get some drums in now so we don't have to listen to the metronome? You can do step stuff here. You can see that I can add steps, which is great. So track here. Now let's pick a kit. We have sound, house, very classic, techno, hip hop. We're not gonna win any awards, but we kind of got this like old school, I don't know, they got this weird old school kind of like rompler vibe to them. And you can have more than one drum kit in your pattern if you want to. Oh, that's cute. I like that one. Let's go with that. I forgot to change the length. So now I can show you how to delete. This was a little unintuitive, but with the track selected that you want to erase, you can go to pattern and then hold the delete thing and go like that. And now you've deleted just that track, basically. Go back to track. Now let's set our length. So we want to go up, boop, 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 full 8. Now we'll repeat that. Okay, so what if something's a little too loud for you? Well, if you hold down the instrument, you can change its volume. Right here, see that? Boop. Actually, let's turn down that. So I'll hold it down, turn it down a little bit. Cool. I'm gonna add some delay to this. So the way that I do that, it's MIDI delay, which is a little interesting. Turn the hold button on and then turn delay on. And then when I play, now we have a little bit of delay. With hold on, it'll stay there, but you can obviously manipulate it with the touchpad, which is kind of interesting. So one of the cool things is, let's go back to track 2 here. So I can obviously, let's set a scale. That's one of the things down here. So scale, we're on chromatic. I think I want, let's see. So it seems like C Lydian works for this. But the other thing you can do is if you press chord, then it follows the root note of the chord that you set in the chord thing. So those chords that you said earlier, they are shared amongst all the different stuff. So now, maybe transpose this down an octave. Can't be transposed. Okay, well that sucks. But you'll hear that if I like, then it follows that. So I guess let's just do that. We're getting kind of wonky with it, but that's fine. So if we wanted to add something else to this, we could add like popcorn maybe. That's kind of cool. Let me show you the things that are right here. These are different ways to affect the sound. So I can go like volume, pan, reverb, and chorus. Of course, it doesn't really sound like it is stereo. It's a little weird. Let me also show you that sound character thing because I'm getting tired of this like little saw thing. So we're going to adjust it a little bit. So if I hit up in character, here's where we have pages to adjust the character of the sound itself. So the first thing we have is filter. Attack and release. Poly or monophonic, and portamento. So let's pick a different sound for this just because I'm getting a little tired of it. That's chill. So let me show you how you could like solo along with this and also mute and unmute things. We've only used 3, 4, 5 tracks so far. We still have these for music, but if I pick this one and go to sound and synth lead, let's see if that works. Get out of chord mode. It's fun. Depending on what your chord progression and stuff like that is, like you can have a lot of fun just on the thing. This is made of plastic and it's like pretty flimsy, I guess. It runs on batteries, which is kind of neat. Let me show you a couple other things. Go here and change this sound to like some kind of like string, I guess. So I'm going to record that. We just need one pass of it. Adjust the volume. So there's this ducker thing, which works similarly to the delay in that you hit hold, ducker, hold, and now you can like change the time of the ducking. So this is going to be like a pumping effect, like a sidechain pump. It's not terrible. Okay, we also have an arpeggiator, so I'll turn on ARP. Oh, I forgot to hold on hold. Let's change the sound. Got a sound, hold ARP. It's like, it feels like it's really good at making like video game music, which is not the end of the world. That's kind of it. I'm not going to show you pattern chaining, though you can make individual patterns and then chain them so you can make a song. Chord voicing real quick. So I like change this sound. I like this tremolo EP. So chord. So if I go up, chord voicing. You can change the voicing of the chord as well, and then cruise from there if you want. And just make something weird. So that's kind of cool, right? Like, you can make a little drum and bass track with that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we can mute and solo things. So if I hit up, mute solo. Very useful. And that's it. And so now that you know how this works, let's go ahead and I'll show you how you could integrate it with your DAW and also with hardware. Here it is. I have ChordCat coming into Ableton. And that is triggering an Arturio plugin right here. So you can have up to 8 tracks of this going into Ableton. I just have 4 set up in case you want to make something. I'm going to show you how it works. But you can see over here that it says ChordCat channel 1, and I am on track 1 of our ChordCat. So if I go into my options here in Ableton, now that this is connected to the USB hub via USB, it's getting powered. And it's also sending MIDI in. And you can see right here that it just showed up as a class compliant MIDI device, which is great. I can actually have ChordCat send clock to Ableton and then control it all from here. But in this case, I'm just going to have Ableton do the tempo and everything. And we'll go ahead and just record our chords as MIDI data. Cool. So then you can go in and edit those however you want. People will use this palm bass. Okay, let's go do the drums. So if I go to arm that track and I go to track 8, there we go. We got some things. So let's take a look at what it's doing. We're going to go ahead and make a MIDI track right here. So the reason we're doing this is because we need to see what notes it's popping in for the drums. And I'm assuming it's going to be like, okay, so it starts at C3 and then it goes up from there. So we know we either need our drum rack to start at C3, or even better, what we can do is we can take a MIDI effect pitch and put it here and drop this down 2 octaves. So drum racks, the notes usually start here at C1. So since our thing came in at C3, we're going to want to put that down 2 octaves. Now I have control over the drum rack. So let's go ahead and practice and record. I like that. Cool. We'll use the capture MIDI function, which is so great when you just ended up recording something that you liked. So that's how you can use the ChordCat in conjunction with your DAW. Let's go ahead and show it off with the Digitone, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, everybody. Well, I'm not sure how much of the 45 minutes that I just spent trying to get this to work was me or the device, but there's definitely some things I might not be quite understanding about how to get it from here into here. For instance, when I make a brand new set from scratch, like I did to show you everything else, I don't have the ability to choose MIDI as one of the output things for a per track thing. Meaning if I go to my menu here and I go to track MIDI settings and hit enter, go to MIDI out, you'll see that I have the ability to pick a MIDI channel for each track, including MIDI channels and USB channels. However, when I made a blank set to start from scratch, I didn't have the ability to select a MIDI channel for a track, only a USB channel. I have no idea why. I've looked at the manual a whole bunch, little confusing, but what I did was I loaded one of the template sets and then just kind of gutted it, so we'll be working from that. So yeah, it works. Just make sure that your Digitone or whatever you're sending it into has the ability to receive notes and know what channel you're going to be working with. In this case, I have channel 1 here, right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and see what tempo we're at, around 136. And that is a little variable. So what I'm going to do is make sure that we're using the internal tempo here. This will sync. As you can see here, it's playing a pattern back like that. But what I want to do is use this to put chords into this. So I'm going to go into my MIDI config, and I'm going to go to sync, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off clock and transport. And now whatever tempo we're at here, which I think is going to be, let's see, 135 maybe. That sounds good. Great. And let's give ourselves some more pages. We'll just do 4. So I'll go ahead and hit record here, and then I'll play some chords in here, and then we'll do some sound design. quantize that. At this point, you can design the sound however you want in the digitone. Let's go ahead and get like some drums going. Oh my God, that's so good. Turn the hell down that thing right there. God, the digitone 2 is such an insane improvement over the original. Not trying to give anyone gas, but my God, this thing is just insane. So now we can turn this into whatever we want. I really love the pure sine wave, but you get this, right? Like, you got MIDI channel, it goes in. You can just use all the stuff we've talked about in the chord cat already to make an external synthesizer or whatever do its thing. Go ahead and make this track 2 sound into an 808 style bass. So function synth, go to FM drum. We're going to go ahead and take this down an octave. 1 octave, not 2. And then we're going to add some sweep. And if you want this to pump it harder, you can like add some fold, but you do lose some bass. We could go into here, second thing, and add just a little buzz. Okay, I think that's a good enough demo. We went through using the device on its own. We saw it with software, and now we saw it with hardware. I think it's cool. I find these chords pretty inspiring. Obviously, I know some chords, but this is going to help me find them in different ways. As far as I know, as the filming of this video, you can't get this anywhere in the US outside of the Alpha, Theta, or Pioneer store itself. I could be wrong, but that's where I got this one when I heard about it. Yeah, just a fun video looking at a quirky little piece of gear. I hope you've enjoyed it. My name is Jeremy. This is Red Beans Recording, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Somewhere sunny, sweating with 2 spreads in my tummy. I mean ravioli and a pizza with the honey. I'm 000 for the week, you dummy. 10 in her tone with a Sauvignon blown. Been a long week, she do not miss home. She's topless up in Marseille, France. It's 98 degrees, so the sunscreen on. My boo only like boutique hotels. I booked that cause the rain Cornell. Poolside DNP, no sale. The sunset looks so pastel. The honey packs for a little seminar. Treat it like 24 hours of the month. Don't know what this life will bring. You stressed out, let me hear you sing.
I wanna go on vacay. I wanna go on vacay. I wanna go on vacay. I wanna spend. I wanna go on vacay. I wanna go on vacay. I wanna go on vacay. I wanna spend.
Said, what's that smell? It's LV. Just like this sweet, this ain't cheap. Room service fee, cappuccino with the feast. We only